these plagiarism allegations, where Claudine Gay has had to issue corrections, multiple corrections. Now, we should note that Claudine Gay has not been accused of stealing anyone's ideas in any of her writings. She's been accused of sort of more like copying other people's writings without attribution. So it's been more sloppy attribution than stealing anyone's ideas.
CNN's coverage of Claudine Gay's resignation, the facts notwithstanding, Gay, CNN, and the Harvard board seem to agree. She is the victim of racism. Never mind that today we learned about 6 new plagiarism allegations against her. That adds to the 50 or so documented cases of academic dishonesty. The board statement, the Harvard board statement, expressed sadness at Gay's resignation. That board is led by Obama cabinet secretary and heir to the Hyatt hotel chain, Penny Pritzker. Dr. Carol Swain is with us now, author of Black Faces, Black Interest, the Representation of African Americans in Congress, that Claudine Gay plagiarized from. So the standard is, if you attacked Claudine Gay, you were racist, Professor. And you've been on the program, we've been outspoken about this. You've attacked her. You've said that she stole your work and committed plagiarism. You think they're calling you a racist as well?
No, they're totally ignoring me. And Black Faces, Black Interest won 3 national prizes, was cited by the U.S. Supreme Court, and it had a major impact. It was the seminal book on Black congressional representation during the 1990s. And my contention is that in addition to the 2 places where she borrowed from my work verbatim, that her whole research agenda was an effort to counter what I was saying in Black Faces, Black Interest, but she doesn't give me proper attribution at places where I should have been cited. So not only was there some verbatim theft, she would not have had a dissertation had it not been for Black Faces, Black Interest, because that was clearly her motivation. And as far as Claudine Gay and the Harvard board, it's almost like, don't get me started. I was so appalled by her statement and by the fact that Harvard is trying to sweep this whole plagiarism issue under the rug. And I'm so upset with former colleagues and people I used to respect who say, oh, no problem, plagiarism is okay. I wonder what they're going to do the next time they're in the classroom. Are they going to tell their students that it's okay for them, or is it just okay for Black women from privileged backgrounds? And I can tell you that when I got my education and throughout my career, I understood what plagiarism was. And like most people, we live in terror of not plagiarizing. We try very hard to make sure we follow the rules. And so here's this person who's had a world-class education, and they make excuses for her, and she blames racism. I am the only person that I see, well, maybe not the only person, but maybe I'm the only Black person of high visibility that is saying that it's plagiarism. She needs to be held to the same standard as everyone else. But my concern is it's bigger than me. It's bigger than Harvard. It's about American education. Because if Harvard University...
Professor, I hate to interrupt you. I just want to get just to sort of the next step here of what's about to happen, which is the Harvard board. I understand your emotion. I'd be feeling the same way. The Harvard board is going to pick somebody new, Penny Pritzker, who's on the head of it. They picked Claudine Gay, obviously, because of DEI. She won the diversity Olympics. We've heard over and over this the turn of the phrase. It's about equity of outcome, not equality of opportunity. I'm wondering if you see any sign that Harvard's going to pick sort of the best person for the job and has learned from this, or if anything, it's sort of hardened their resolve.
They haven't done anything. She gets a soft landing. She keeps her faculty position, even though her dissertation was plagiarized, which calls into question if she really is a doctor. Her research record would not normally earn her tenure at a Tier 1 university, much less an Ivy League university. And so they have done nothing. And they will look for another DEI person to stick in that slot. If they want to redeem Harvard University, they need to find the best qualified candidate even if it is a middle-aged white man.
Look, I have so many thoughts. You think about what it would be like to be her student coming up, how she can hold anybody to account. I think about the Harvard board. I think about commentators who say they need to hire a black woman. I'm sure you're waiting for your phone to ring from the Harvard board.
I would not want anything from that dysfunctional place. They need to get their act together. They are not a world-class university. They're taking us all down. It's a race to the bottom with Harvard leading.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.